takes a minute. Its audio should come in. It's on over there.
Like Sunday.
I don't know what it's doing.
That's our family whistle. We all answer to it. Yeah. She's the biggest one. As soon as I get home, as soon as I walk in the back door, I go. Boom, you hear her come off the bed, flying down. Or like if you're in the store and you can't find somebody. And then my wife is like, there she is. Y'all don't have a whistle? Family whistle? No? Really? Oh. There's something to work on. A family whistle.
What if you can't whistle?
That's why I don't know how to do it.
Gotta make a sound or something. Cough loud or something.
Always do the little horse call.
You do the horse call? Yeah. Okay, I'll be doing it on the beach this year when I see you. All right, what do y'all want to do? Anything? Glutes? Okay. Anyone else?
Core.
Okay.
Low back, but that's probably glutes.
Be glutes. Yeah. It could. Quads. Be a little glute. It could be a little glutes. We'll work quads. The low back stuff, like I always think of like quads and adductors, glutes and abductors, right? So I always think of those things together. But yeah, we'll try to hit a few different things. We'll get into that. And then what we'll do a back bend, a wheel or something you want to say? That's it? Yeah. All right. Take a nice seat. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. All right, a few rounds of these. This is that moment in our class where we say we center, we turn inward, something like that. Start to prepare ourselves for the practice. We tune into our breath a little bit deeper. You can just listen to yourself breathe. You can start those next little set of refinements, right? Slow down the beginning of the inhale, push a little more on the end of the exhale. You can count out the breath so that the inhale and the exhale match length, right? So if the inhale is 2 or 3 seconds, you make the exhale the same 2 or 3 seconds. You're creating a balanced action. Maybe we find Ujjayi breath where the air rebounds off the back of the throat. Feel the belly start to draw towards the spine. Feel the shutters start to close. So the bottom of the rib cage, the top of your abdominal wall starting to engage. So the ribs get pulled down and they draw back towards your spine. And now you feel solid in that lumbar area, that low back. Next inhale, let the arms lift. Let the exhale bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to the root. Let the heels of the hands lightly touch. Let the breath come to that space between your palms. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together. Deep breath in. Just softly bow our head to our hearts, our heads to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out child's pose. So child's pose, this is going to be a little more active child's pose, right? We rest in child's pose. Here we're going to use it a little more dynamically. So you want to take your knees wide and your toes are going to touch. Your big toes are going to touch at the midline. Your knees are wide so your belly can settle down here. And then arms are overhead. If you look at your hands, pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out a little bit. We don't want this. This is my hands turned in. Right? See how my shoulder peels away here? We want this. Now I get that integration. Hug the hands in towards the midline and push your hands down and forward so that you root your sit bones back to your heels. Now anchor them there like they're holding in space. Now breathe again up above the waist. Feel the side body starting to lengthen. Slide your forehead off the mat if it's not there already. In child's pose, again, sometimes we let our head rest, but here we're going to start to engage the muscles in the back of the neck, in your upper back. And as the hands hug into the midline, the forearms lift up. The inner biceps lift up. The back of the neck slides to the ceiling, but the chest softens down to the mat. One more breath. Look forward, walk your hands towards the right. We root the sit bone of the heel. That way we can peel up out of that low back. QL sits here. Here's those low spinal erectors. The lat, if you TP the fingers on the left hand, you'll feel that lat. That's this muscle here. You'll start to get this stretch. But keep that sit bone rooted to the heel. And then breathe into the left side of the ribs. And you're going to feel like the ribs expand. And then walk your hands towards the right even a little bit further, and you'll just peel right up that side body. Inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. When you're ready, look forward, walk the hands towards the left. You could push the hands down and forward to root that right sit bone to the right heel. And then you can start to work, feeling the engagement up the left side, and then the peel up the right. Again, if you want to get to that lat, you TP the fingers. Take that big breath. Feel the ribs expand. Maybe walk the hands towards the left a little bit more. But keep the arm rooted in the socket. Don't let it pull out of the socket. Inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Hands are an inch or two in front of your shoulders. Knees are an inch or two behind your hips. Low mountain. Same thing. Pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out. Fingers are spread nice and evenly here. Root down into the fingertips and the knuckle pads. That's these. Here's your fingertips, and here's your knuckle pads. So your finger bones can come up off the mat, right? That doesn't matter. It's keeping this rooted and this rooted. We don't let this come up. So keep that down. Sweep the inner heels out. Hug the shins in. Pull those heels to your butt. Hug the hands in. Forearms. Squeeze those biceps. Pull that pelvic floor in. Pull your belly button in. Pull those shutters closed. Now slide the back of the neck to the ceiling. And now breathe. And then from here, oscillating cat-cow. So you take the hips up, back, and around. Forward, under, and down. Up, back, and around. Forward, under, and down. We'll do 5. So now we're taking the vertebrae through their full ranges of motion. Feels good, right through the whole spine. Stay with your breath. After your 5, come to a neutral position, and you'll work side 2. And then after your 5, we're going to meet back in that low mountain. Low mountain's powerful, right? It's trying to stabilize. So we're firing up the core, right? We're feeling what it's like to isometrically engage. That means an engagement without a movement. So you can see all the muscles in my arms are engaged, but I'm not moving them, right? It's an isometric engagement. That's what we want. Same thing to my whole body, right? But you can see my arms. You want that. Keep that. One more breath. Now take the right hand behind the head. Inhale is going to take the elbow to the sky. Exhale is going to take it across to the eye of that opposite elbow. Inhale takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale takes it across the body. Let's do 5. Now we're starting to activate the upper back. The big twists, the big moves, the back bends, all those things are in your thoracic spine. That's your middle upper back. After your 5, lower that right hand down, take a breath, swap. Left hand goes behind. Inhale takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale across the body. We'll do 5. Your lumbar spine isn't going to do any of these big moves. It's just going to be looking to get some decompression, some lift. Now, this is my last one. When you're done with your 5, we're going to meet back in that low mountain. Remember, low mountain isn't a hangout, wait for another pose. This is a pose. Right now, you should be like hugging every muscle into bone. When you're ready, step back to plank. So you can see my shoulders are stacked up on top of my wrists, and I'm reaching out of my heels. My feet aren't straight up and down, and I'm definitely not like this in plantar flexion. I'm only this way, dorsa, so my toes are closer to my shins. Now keep that. Lift those hips, push back, downward dog. So there will be your distance for downward dog, right? Because those will measure out. Now in downward dog, you could bend those knees if you want. Keep hugging the hands in. Keep the forearms lifting up away from the mat. Just like we did before, we weren't as weight bearing. It's a little more challenging now, but same action. Keep the inner biceps lifting up. Remember, there's a difference between your inner biceps lifting and your outer biceps. We want the inner. Slide the back of your neck forward like you're trying to look towards the heels of your hands. Pelvic floor, belly, shutters. Now push the hands down and forward. Take the chest back towards your toenails or your shins there. And you'll feel this nice opener come up the side bodies, the chest, through the arms and the shoulders. And if you want to straighten the legs, engage them. So you want to pull your heels to your butt to your heels. And now maybe straighten the legs. If they feel better bent, keep them bent. If they feel better to straighten, straighten. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going. We'll do 5. Stay with your breath. It should take you 2 or 3 seconds to come forward to plank, and it should take you 2 or 3 seconds to push back to downward dog. Just whatever the length of your breath is. Taking the hips from flexion in downward dog to extension in plank. This time as you come forward to plank, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. So the shoulders go back like we're squeezing a marshmallow between our shoulder blades and down away from your ears. After the 3 breaths, lower your chest, belly button in, sit bones towards your heels. Push up through plank, back to downward dog. That's how you keep your low back safe when we're either popping back to chaturanga or we're even just pushing back to downward dog. Exhale, lower your knees. Interlace your hands behind your back. So if I come here into plank, this wants to happen. So I got to go this way. Belly to spine, sit bones towards my heels. That's too much. That's not enough, right? Inhale, come up, release your hands. Sit back. If your right pinky was underneath, left pinky, number 2 here. Interlace your hands behind your back. So same thing here, chaturanga. When I pop back to chaturanga, like everyone, this wants to happen to me. So I got to go this way when I pop back up. So I'm here no matter what. If I'm coming from here or even pushing back, I got to go, see, this way. This. Now my low back is safe. Otherwise, this is happening and my low back's just getting rocked. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release, all fours. Let's try it. Step back to plank. Belly in, sit bones towards your heels or the backs of your knees even, not to the sky. Now from here, push back, downward dog. That's like classic, like just work your low back out, right? 101 is not keeping that belly button in. Belly button to spine is going to be huge. It's going to take the top of the pelvis back, which is going to support your lumbar spine. When the front of the pelvis comes forward, right, belly button to the floor, that's when those low spinal erectors start to engage. Come on, let's try it. Inhale, come forward to plank. Belly to spine, sit bones towards the backs of the knees. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 breaths. After your 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Nice, y'all. You should feel a lot stronger when you do that. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Fingertips are blocks. Arms are plugged in, right? So make sure your arms are engaged. Don't let this happen where you're disengaged. Plug it in. Knees on top of the ankle. It's in line with that second toe. Keep the back heel sweeping out. Keep ripping those feet together. As you keep this back thigh lifting up, soften this front thigh down. See if you get it parallel with the floor. Now go pelvic floor, belly, shudders. When you're ready, inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, 1 crescent. If the knee went back like this, bend back into it. Keep this back heel sweeping out. It's going to try to do this on you. When you sweep it out, the hip will come forward. Now reach up. Now here's where we curl back. The belly's in, the shudders are closed. Curl back under your shoulder blades. 1 more breath. Exhale the hands down. Flip up your blocks. Slowly straighten your front leg. Re-square that left hip forward and down. Look forward. Spine nice and long here. Now fold to the inside of that right thigh. But see, when I fold, my chin isn't first. My chest is. So you want to go back of the neck to the ceiling as the chest comes down towards the floor. Otherwise, the upper back's just going to round on you. Keep looking out in front of your foot. You're not going to get out there, but you don't want to look to the middle of your mat because look what's going to happen. It's going to round my upper back on me. I want to keep looking out this way. 1 more breath. Look forward, bend into that lead knee. Lunge. The left hand stays down. The right elbow draws back. Maybe reach up. On this left arm, keep turning the bicep forward so the shoulder roots back. You want to keep that integrated. Now the twists have to happen in the middle upper back. So you don't want that left hip to fall on you. You want to keep that lifting up. You want to reach back out of your heel. Forward out of the knee. When you reach out of the crown of the head, you're going to get tall and now twist a little bit deeper in the pose. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Stay with your breath. Try this belly button thing again. Belly button to spine. Sit bones to the backs of the knees. We'll meet back in downward dog. Take your time. Stay with your breath. We'll all be pretty close. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Hug that knee to the chest. Fingertips are blocks. Get that spine to go nice and straight here. Keep pushing down into the feet to charge the legs up. Keep pulling them in. Front to back, side to side, top to bottom is you pushing down. And you feel the energy come up from that pelvic floor, root chakra. Belly button, shudders, heart reaches out, throat's back, gaze is out, looking out in front of the mat, reach through the crown of the head. And then inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, 1 crescent. The power's in the legs here. Good connection in the core. So the freedom can be the back bend. So when we pull the belly and the shutter's closed, now I curl back. I feel this big stretch come up the front of that right thigh. It comes up the belly, the chest, up the arms, up the neck and the face. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Flip your blocks up. Slowly straighten that front leg. Re-square that right hip forward and down. Look forward. Maybe fold. See, as I fold though, see the opposing forces? Back of my neck to the ceiling, but chest down towards the mat. Keep the power in the legs. Just keep your hands connected to the blocks to give you a sense of security, right? The power here is being held in the legs, up into the hips. One more breath. As you look forward, bend into that lead knee. The right hand stays down. The left elbow draws back. Maybe we reach up. Balance the legs. So you're going to work real hard to lift that right thigh up. Work equally as hard to soften the left thigh down. And then you reach back out of the heel. The knee and the crown of the head so you get tall. And then you open the chest even a little bit deeper, maybe looking up. Inhale, come back to center. Nice, y'all. Place the hand down, step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up. Same thing here. The belly button draws in, the sit bones lengthen down, because this wants to happen. This is the anterior pelvic tilt. This is one of our misalignments. This goes with this. We want to neutralize both those. Now charge the legs as the belly button comes in, the sit bones go down, pull the shutters closed. Reach up through your thumbs. Now maybe start to curl back. See, we don't let the hips come forward in back bends. That's one of the misalignments. This, and that's your low back getting rocked. Keep your heels heavy, keep your inner thighs back, keep your sacrum back, keep those shutters closed. One more breath. Inhale, come up, take that right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. The rest of your body, full-on mountain pose. So from my feet, you can see all the muscles in my legs engaged. Core engaged. Even here, I'm hugging in this way. And then the stretch is here through the lat, serratus anterior, pec. Tricep would be if you went like this, like you're pulling your fingers up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up, swap. Right now I'm starting to feel my quads shake a little bit, right? From time under tension. We want that. That's how we get stronger, time under tension. Keep the belly in, keep those shutters closed. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up, belly in, sit bones down. Exhale, fold. Same thing here. In forward fold, your sit bones are down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Keep the weight balanced in the feet from the heel. Reach the outer edge of the foot forward till the pinky toe mound roots. Widen the foot to the midline till the big toe mound roots. Now keep the power pulling up the inside of the legs. Feel the adductors. The kneecaps are pulling to the waist. Feel the quads. The heels are pulling to your butt, hamstrings. As you look forward, drag your fingers back to your toes. It's going to feel like you're pulling your spine out of your waist. We want that. And now exhale, fold deep into the pose. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Right hand's going to grab the left wrist. We're going to go towards the bricks. Now to play with the core, some standing balance, plug that right leg up. The left hip's going to settle towards the wall with the window and the door a little bit as you go towards the bricks. This right leg, scissor it into the left. Adduction. Now take your head and your throat back. Take your arms back a little bit. Yep. Take that big inhale on the side of the ribs to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the left side, and then you're going to curl over to the right. Big peel. Inhale, come up, swap the hands, swap the foot. You just want to plug that leg up. Keep the heel heavy on the right side. Hip's going to go to the right a little bit as you're going to side bend to the left. Power in the legs, core. Take the head and the throat back a little more. Take the arms back a little deeper. Big inhale on that right side of the ribs to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then you're going to peel off to the left a little bit. Inhale, come up, release the hand and the foot, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So just flow through a little bit here. Stay with your breath. We'll meet back in downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, climb the elbow to the knee, extended side angle. Plug that arm in, sweep the bicep up along the cheek. If you're going to bring right hand down to the block or the floor, feel free. Inside or outside the foot. Now keep that left thigh back. Yeah, keep that left hip back. Keep opening up that right side body. Keep spinning that right shoulder back. Now pull your pelvic floor in, pull your belly in. Pull the shutters closed. Bicep right along your cheek. So if you look up, you're looking up right into your bicep. Now rotate the top of the ribs back. Bring the bottom of the ribs forward as that right sit bone lengthens towards that right heel. Inner thigh opening up. One more breath. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Push the front leg straight. Rip the feet together so those hips don't go. When you're ready, hinge at the right side of the hip. Bring the hand down to the block or the floor, Trikonasana. That is your femur trying to move around in the hip socket. When you rip your feet together, you're rooting the hip, right? You're rooting the femur up into the hip, the greater trochanter. Open up that right side body. And then again, rotate open, top of ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward, maybe even looking up to play with the balance. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Bend into the lead knee, warrior 2. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Stay with your breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel. So we're lining up, right? The heel with the arch. Balance beam. We're climbing the elbow to the knee. We're rooting that arm in to sweep the bicep up along the cheek. So I'm making a line up my leg, up my side body, up my arm, and out of my fingertips. Lots of power in those legs, especially that front leg, where all the weight's trying to just dump into that left hip. Keep the power there. If you're going to rotate open, start to rotate open. And breathe. Belly's in, shutters are closed. You're feeling the inside of that left thigh peel open. Good engagement here through the spine, pushing to the front heel. Inhale, come up tall, warrior 2. Then the front leg straightens. See, here's where we got to rip like you're on sheets of ice. Your feet are going to try to go out. Pull them in. Take the thigh back. Take the hips back. Take the ribs back. And when you're ready, hinge at the left side of the hip, Trikonasana. Keep ripping those feet together. That's a challenge in itself, just ripping those feet. Now keep spinning that left shoulder back. It's going to try to spin forward. Spin it back. Reconnect to the core. Maybe start to rotate open. Big opener in the inside of that left thigh, in the inside back part of the leg. Adductor magnus. One more breath. Then push into that front heel. Come up tall. Bend into that lead knee. Warrior two. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. When you get back to downward dog, lower your knees, take a little break. What I want, you probably do not want. All right, let's meet child's pose. Let me show y'all. Before you go down, let me show y'all, because some of you I haven't done this with. So the idea is we're going to work from this child's pose. We're going to inhale, come up like all fours with our knees wide. Then exhale, we're going to use our arms like pillars so we can soften our pelvis down. Inhale is going to push back up like all fours with our knees wide. And then exhale back to child's pose. So it goes. Good way to clear the lumbar spine, low back, through adductors. Come on, let's try. So let's meet in child's pose. Just like we did earlier, this is a more active child's pose. So forehead off the mat. Start to engage those arms a little bit. When you're ready, inhale, come up, all fours with your knees wide. Exhale is going to soften the pelvis. So think there's control in that. Inhale, pushes back up. Exhale, sit bones to heels. Inhale, come up. Exhale, softens. Inhale, pushes up. Exhale, push back. Keep it going. Now it's taking me like 2 seconds to inhale, so it takes me 2 seconds to come forward. 2 seconds to exhale, so 2 seconds to soften. 2 seconds to push back up, right? So I'm just staying with my breath. Keep going. We'll do like 2 more. And then when you're done, we'll meet back in child's pose. Take a few breaths. And then inhale, come up, all fours. We'll meet in hero's pose. So when you go back into hero's pose, your calves have 2 heads to them. There's a medial and a lateral, which is an inside and an out. So if you take your thumbs and you push your thumb in the middle of those 2, you're going to push the outside away. Now sit back between your heels. The space between our knees will all be different, but we will all have the outsides of our shins parallel with the sides of our mat. Unsickle your feet, so turn them out a little bit, and you'll be able to sit between your heels even a little more. If your butt doesn't touch, no problem. Take the blanket or the block underneath you to help boost up. Now here the hip is in flexion, so we're getting the knee here is in flexion, so we're getting a little bit of pull here or lengthening here, but we want to work here as well. So if we take our hands behind us like this, here's flexion. As soon as we lay back like this, extension, now we're working the whole thing. The only one that works is the middle one, rectus femoris. That's a hip flexor, as well as it turns into your patellar tendon, so you can work that as well. Now, we talked about this. You got to keep your low back safe. So I know some of you are going to want to lay back. You want to go inhale, charge your legs, and breathe up out of your waist. Exhale, go belly button to spine, pubic bone to the ceiling or sit bones to the backs of your knees. Now your low back is safe. Now you can go back a little bit more. Then you could charge your legs again. Peel up out of your waist. Belly to spine, pubic bone to the ceiling. You can start to work your way back. Go to what feels good to you. Keep hugging your knees into the midline though. They're going to try to splay apart. But the whole time, you're going to keep neutralizing the pelvis to keep the low back safe. When you're ready, inhale, come up, nice and tall. And then just come to all fours. And then just reach one leg back, open up the knee and the hip again. Belly buttons in. Lower it down, swap side two. Lower down, bring your knees to the middle. Take your right leg over your left. Take your feet apart and sit back between your heels. Reach down to the bottom side, your left. Pull it back and out, and then the top side. You could even turn this thigh in a little bit here. You're going to feel that your sit bones will start to balance a little. This one's a little higher, right? That's why we work and open this up to try to get this right one to root a little bit better. Now, we can stay here in the hips by just working a little bit of a hinge. See, this goes first, though, not this. This way. Or this would be a longhorn, would be this part of the pose where we stay in the hips. Cow facing or Gomukhasana where we put the arms in it. So you can go left arm, roots, bend, reach behind you like you're reaching between your shoulder blades. Right hand out to the side, turn your fingernails forward. Bend your elbow, start to wiggle your hand up until your fingers clasp, or you're going to drop the strap from your left hand into your right. And then I used a little force feedback, so I push my head back into my forearm so I could sit up nice and tall. Yep. Then if I want to hinge, right, I can hinge here as well, but same thing, chest goes first. And then watch the boing. Unwind the legs, back to all fours with the knees to the center. Then when you're ready, left goes over right. Feet go apart. Sit back between your heels. See, this is my tight spot in my hips. That's why my knees want to pull apart here. Same thing would happen to you if you're a little tight here in the back of the hip. Go to the bottom side first, so the right. Two different actions. Pull the sit bone back and then widen it towards the bricks. And then the left. Active all the way from your feet. And if you want to fold, you're going to fold. If you want to work the cow facing, it's opposite elbow, opposite knee, right? So if the left knee's up, the right elbow has to be up. And then the left hand comes out to the side, the fingernails go forward, we bend the elbow, we start to wiggle the hand up. And then use that little bit of feedback to sit up nice and tall. And then if you're going to hinge, you hinge at the hip crease, not at the belly. See, this is the belly. We want to be this way. Hip crease. Watch the boing as you release. Unwind the legs. Come back up, all fours. Reach one leg back and then the second leg. When you're ready, swap. Lower it down, spin around to a seated position. Bring your feet in front of you. The idea here is that you want to keep lifting your chest up to the sky. This isn't the pose. It's not here. It's here. Lift. Come on, let's try. So arms come out. Plug, spread your fingers, spread your toes. When you're ready, lift your legs. You could be knees bent, you could be legs straight, but activate your feet and lift like the back of your heart up through the front of your chest. Halfway, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, come up. The uhs are good. Keep lifting. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Halfway. That shake is good. Inhale, come up, lift. Yep, even look up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Halfway. And come up. Keep lifting, keep breathing. Halfway. Shit's getting real now, right? It's supposed to be. And come up. Lift. One more. Halfway. Control it. Hold. And come up. Lift, 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 lift. And release.
I feel when I go back, it feels like in the middle of my back.
Yeah, that's exactly what's engaging the middle of your back.
So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So think these muscles, they have to shorten, right? So this is what's happening. So that's probably what you feel when those muscles are engaging real strong. So where do we live? The exact opposite. When do muscles cramp? When they're short or when they're long? When they're short. So when you start to engage these muscles, you might feel a little more. Remember, they live here. So that's a pretty big engagement for them. Yeah. Where are we? No, we're not crunching our spines. We're de-crunching our spines is what we're doing. I got to spin around. Fire log. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your shin parallel with the top of your mat. Right shin, and left is going to go on top like this. Think of the fire logs. You want to activate from your feet so you keep your knees safe. The higher your foot is on your knee, the more intense this is. So I tend to stay a little below my knee, which gives me a little more accessibility and keeps my bad knee a little safer. Sit up nice and tall, maybe hinge forward. But remember, what goes first? Chest. What wants to go first? Chin. And that's just the misalignment in the upper back that we just talked about. Take the throat back and let the chest come first and let the hinge happen here at your hip crease instead of your belly. And then inhale, come up, unwind the legs. We haven't done some fire logs in quite some time. Swap side too. Adjust if you need to, right? That little bit of spin. Activate from your feet like you're pushing on gas pedals. Sit up tall. And then if you want to hinge, hinge. If you want to stay up seated, stay up seated. And we're all here. One more breath. Inhale, come up, unwind those legs. All right, grab your mats. Find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. Bless you. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. Knees are bent, feet on the floor. And then you'll hug the one knee to the chest, interlace your hands behind your thigh. You can reach the heel to the sky, take a bunch of breaths, and then you can swap into side too. If you are at home or in the studio and it's not your day to invert, you're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. So if you're going to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall for downward dog and L pose. If you want to work on your own, handstand, headstand, tripod, pincha. If you want to work the back bending inversion, that's hollow back, you could play with that as well. All right? So if you're going to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog, Step 1 foot up the wall, and then the 2nd foot up the wall. If your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. Play with whatever feels good to you. Nice, y'all. How to get up there? In what pose? Where your head is down or up? So you want to set yourself up like this, and you're going to put your head between your hands. And you're going to go all the way to the top of your head. Keep hugging your elbows in, a little less than that. Now lift your hips up. Yep. When you're ready, step 1 foot in a little bit. Keep pushing down into your forearms, and exhale as you kick up. Exhale. Yep. Now, push down into your wrists so you bring your body weight away from the wall a little more. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be here for another minute or so, so feel free to try a couple things if you want. Remember what the challenge is here, though. Right? Can you literally go ass over head and still stay cool, calm, and collected? Can you still stay with your breath? Right? That's a tough challenge. But that's just where the game is right now.
Belly button in, sit bones to the backs of my knees, right? That's how you're going to keep your back safe. Oh.
When you're ready, let's meet on our backs. So we'll do a couple back bends. I'll first talk you into wheel and then bridge on the second one, but you're more than welcome to do 2 bridges or 2 wheels. You could do supported bridge, right? Always on tap if you want to take the block here underneath your sacrum. So the idea of this being that you get support, right? Belly button the spine so the sit bones can go to the backs of the knees and you can feel your low back nice and engaged here. So we work the back bend in the upper back. I've told most of y'all in the past, when I need my deepest back bend, it's not wheel, it's not drop back. It's this right here, supported bridge. This is where I get that one that's gonna crack me open more than just physically, right? So keep that in mind that it's not always about what's gonna be the hardest pose for you that brings out the best. It's what pose is gonna give you what you need, right? Sometimes support is what you need. So if this is where you need to be today, work your back bend from here, awesome. If you wanna go bridge or wheel, we're gonna start flat, knees are bent, feet are on the floor, and we feel our heels with our fingertips. That's how we know our knees are on top of our ankles. Arms come along the side. We could even robot our arms like this. That's gonna give us more support. Now we need to bring our sacrum, that's the top of our pelvis, flat to the mat. So that's belly button to spine. Keep the shutters closed. Legs are super fired here, right? 90% legs, 10% back bend. When you're ready, lift the hips. Keep the belly in, Keep those sit bones reaching to behind the knees. That's going to keep the lumbar spine nice and safe. Maybe wiggle the shoulders under a little bit. Now to deepen the back bend, if we gently push our feet down and forward, it's going to take the back bend right under the shoulder blades, right where we want the back bend to be. But we didn't lose our belly to spine. We didn't lose these shutters closed. One more breath. As you lower down, see if you get your sacrum to land flat. That's good like control of your pelvis. Then take the feet wide to the edges of your mat. Let your knees touch. One hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. On the second one, I'll first bring you into bridge and then wheel. But again, feel free to play wherever feels good to you. Open the knees, reset the feet, bring the arms along the sides. Charge those legs up. Connect to that core. With the head and the shoulders back, slowly lift the hips. If you're going to go into wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat and you're going to turn your hands out. That's going to make your elbows come in and they're going to line up with the outside of your shoulders. That's where we want them. Now plug your shoulders back so you feel good integration and then push down and come up. If you need more length to this curve to make it more accessible, you're going to lift the heels up. Maybe pump your heart towards the wall you're looking at and the arms will slide deeper onto your back. One more breath for everybody. Wherever you're at, stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart, left hand on your heart, opposite hand to your belly. And then from here, open the knees, windshield wiper side to side. Next time your knees fall to the right, let them settle there. Pull your left heel to your left sit bone. There's that lateral quad stretch. If you want to go ankle over knee, you certainly can. Just keep the low back safe if you do that by keeping your belly button to your spine. Inhale, come back to center. Let the knees fall towards the left. Pull your right heel to your right sit bone. And then there's that quad stretch again. The belly stays in, the shutters stay closed. See you later. If the ankle's on the knee, release. Inhale, come back to center. Hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself that little hug. Feels good. You could even do a couple like circles on your low back or on that sacrum. Feel nice. Come to neutral. If you want, you could take the block between your knees like this. Arms can come out to the side to give you a little more support. When you're ready, lower the knees to the right. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come back up. Keep going. So we're doing a little more of a dynamic twist. Keep the heels sweeping away from each other. Control it. So accelerate, decelerate, stabilize. All right, start, stop, and hold. Let's do one more each side. When you balance both sides out, come back to neutral, release the block, take the legs out straight, reach the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. When you're ready, hug those knees to your chest. Take the knees wide. Come to happy baby. With the knees nice and wide, we want them wider than our shoulders. We want that sacrum to be flat on the mat. As the belly draws towards the spine, we draw the knees towards our ears. And there's the nice opener in the inside of the thighs and in the back of the hip. If you want to reach one leg out or both legs out, you certainly can. Rock side to side, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, inhale your knees to center. Exhale your legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. And here's the legs stretch out. The feet gently roll open. The arms come along the sides. And as that open palm turns to the sky, feel the shoulders settle back. Let your head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. Allow the tongue to soften from the roof of the mouth. Here we let the body get heavy. The balance to that is we let the mind soften as we turn back to the breath. As we listen to ourselves breathe, we let each exhale clear and remove and make space. And we let each inhale draw in something new. And we let our heart open. So it gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life, the practice of life. Just as the heart will bring us back to the mat to practice again, to challenge ourselves. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body from your toes to your fingers, crown of your head through your heart, as we reawaken that better version of ourselves. As the fingers and the toes wiggle, maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach. Move in a way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly, consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Take your hands underneath your head. Just make a little pillow and take a breath or two here. When you're ready, you can push yourself up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together with our Kula, our yoga family. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work, and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. You can go ahead and blame me for Hotel California being in your head all day.
All I could think of.
Like, it's terrible.
All